For truth. He stands for justice. He stands for what's right. This is the Alex Jones Show. Call Alex now, toll free, at 877-590-5525. Now live from Austin, Texas, here's Alex Jones.
All right, as I said, wide open phones in this hour. I covered the fact they bought millions of body bags, just identified well over 500,000 big plastic caskets out there by the airport in Georgia. FEMA admits it's built camps for the American people. The Rex 84 plan back in the 80s said they would build camps and put illegal aliens in them at first to sell the public on accepting them, but it was really for the general public. And then, lo and behold, they're doing that all over the nation right now. Well, the federal government wants to have youth brigades out on the streets, quote, finding the terrorists that are everywhere. And the biggest news is NBC News and the Chicago Tribune report. The governor is going to put National Guards on the streets, going door to door, confiscating guns in Illinois. And no one covers it, not the Second Amendment groups, no one. Kind of like nobody when they were on television saying, everyone will be disarmed. No one will be allowed to have guns. I ought to play some of those news clips for people that don't believe it. They put it on the news, said it was great, went around confiscating people's guns, and then I had to scream for like a month before the NRA said it was bad. I had listeners calling me going, you're making it up when I was playing the clips. Stop being in denial. The governor's announced they're going to use the National Guard criminally. You know, they Posse Comitatus said they couldn't use them to even, quote, fight terrorists. But they kind of amended it. But this even violates the amended version of that. I got a bunch of economic news. I got a ton of other news I want to go over here. This is Reuters. As faith in bank bailouts dims, losses set to deepen. Another headline, U.S. financial breaking point soon. GM's pain hits retirees. They just say, you don't get any more health care. We don't care what your pension says. Zero. That's Baltimore Sun. As I told you he would do, Al Gore proposes global carbon tax. I had idiots constantly telling me that wasn't the plan. I just had their own documents. I mean, this is a big new world order. People say, well, they wouldn't get away with this. People would find out. We do find out. It's just your mainline news is 5-10 years late in reporting it to you. And most of these reporters I talk to aren't bad people. They report the press release they're given by government, and their editor won't let them get outside that box. It doesn't matter. I'm going to get off into how they got rid of muckrakers and real journalists and how an average-sized city like Austin, Texas would have 5-6 newspapers. Something like New York would have 10-15 daily papers. All these cities are down to 1 or 2 papers now, and it's a bunch of garbage. The newspapers, and I've seen all the different think tank studies on it, aren't losing their circulation because of the Internet. That's a small part of it. It's that it's a bunch of bull, and people know it. We don't want pap anymore. You know what pap is? It's rice cereal. It's the first food you feed a baby. I've got a 5-month-old, and we just started giving her pap. People don't want pap. I'm 34 years old. I want a big bone-in ribeye. I want mashed potatoes. I want a big blue cheese salad. Well, that's what this show is, baby. Big, giant, 25-ounce, prime, bone-in ribeye, baby. All the juicy fat, all the juicy beef, everything you want. And we could save this country if you get off the diet of rice cereal. I mean, good Lord. All right, I said I'd go to calls. Let's go to them. Let's talk to Hamilton in Boulder, Colorado. Thank you for holding Hamilton. Oh, I'm so used to having the folks on the Daily Show go to the calls for me. I've got to shift back into the other gear. Let's go ahead and go to Hamilton. You're on the air, Hamilton.
Hey, Alex. Interesting times we're living in.
Yes, sir. What's on your mind?
Well, it's a computer thing. I'm sure everyone listening wants their computer to obey them and not someone else. Well, I want to alert your listeners to something called a TPM chip, which is a trusted computing module. Have you heard of this ever?
I know there's a lot of stuff coming with them standard that tracks and controls and lets Microsoft dial in and download, and it's all loving.
Oh, yeah, it's developed by something, organization called the Trust and Computing Platform Alliance, and it was originally codenamed Palladium by Microsoft. It's already in many computer motherboards since 2006, and game consoles already use systems like this to prevent running unauthorized games.
Hey, Google announced 2 years ago that they're using the cameras in all the new computers to watch you, and I say it and people don't believe me. You can't make this stuff up. But I guess that's not Big Brother.
It's like some science fiction or something. Well, anyway...
Everything's wonderful. The coffins are good. Go ahead.
This is going to be marketed as a security feature that they'll say it's going to keep you safe. Total bull. Don't listen to that.
It's like thumb scanning, but Microsoft said 8 years ago when the feds asked them to do it, they wanted to phase it in by 2006. People don't want it. But you notice a lot of the new keyboards have a thumb printer or a finger access, index finger access.
Oh, yeah. I was with some guy who was like, isn't that cool? And I was like...
No, I've got the Homeland Security info right here. That is actually for the new law they want to pass to make it database where you log on to track everything you do on the web.
Yeah.
For the children.
And trusted computing. This thing is called trusted computing.
No, it's trusted. It's like Homeland Security. I mean, all these names. Listen, the shock bracelets Homeland Security wants every American to wear. I'm not kidding. It was 4 months after we reported it. Was in the Washington Post last week.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing.
But here's what's incredible. Listen to me, listeners. Cameras watching in your computers. Homeland Security wants everybody who gets on a plane, everyone, to wear a taser bracelet, and what do they call it? A safety bracelet. See how they manipulate things? But go ahead, I'll shut up.
It really should be called treacherous computing. I mean, the encryption keys are going to be kept secret from you, and how your computer works is going to be under the control of those with the encryption keys, and it's going to be Microsoft, IBM, the government. I mean, the potential for abuse for this.
Well, Microsoft and IBM are national security fronts.
I mean,
IBM was a division of Adolf Hitler's military. By the way, that's mainstream history for those that don't know. It is a division of that, and then of course Microsoft's another front for the NSA. Go ahead.
Well, the potential for the abuse of this is just horrible, and it's a criminal violation to circumvent this system under the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, which was signed by Bill Clinton in 1998.
Yes.
Look, Google, I want your listeners to Google the article, Can You Trust Your Computer, written by Richard Stallman, who was in the AI lab at MIT.
That was Wired Magazine, correct?
Yeah, you should get him on your show. In fact, he could talk to you.
No. Months ago, I told Eddie Bear to get him on. That's Trey's nickname. That's his girlfriend calls him that, so we joke now. The Chihuahua is called Pickle Bear. But why don't you? We got to throw some fun in here as everything goes down in the handbasket. Why don't you email Trey that? Because I'll end up forgetting. I got to go work on a book I'm writing for 2 hours right when I got off air. Then I'm looking at a film Burnless is making, which I'm kind of master directing. He's the director. So I'm kind of full tonight, but I don't want to forget. I meant to have that guy on. Trey with an E at Infowars.com.
All right, at Infowars. All right, we'll do it.
Trey. But for those that don't know, here's the Courier News. Cops use Department of Homeland Security money to scan fingerprints at checkpoints. And it says in L.A. And in San Diego, 500 mobile fingerprint scanners at random checkpoints. Oh, that's land of the free, home of the brave. Cops basically scanning you. Remember, you scan to get your driver's license. I told you this would happen 11 years ago because I had the executive order. Here we are. When they hit you with a bioweapon, and just don't believe the television as you crawl around dying with your children, watching your television as the bio attack goes on. Just at least know the government killed you when you're dying, America. At least do that, okay? At least admit I was right when you're dying. Because this whole police state grid is so they can bio attack you. Anything else, sir?
I heard you might go to the DNC in Denver. I might go to that myself.
I'm going.
Yeah, I might see you there.
All right, I'll be flapping about.
Okay.
Hey, brother, I like it. Thanks for the call.
Yeah, see you, Alex.
Yeah, here it is. It's all over, folks. I mean, they're coming. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I mean, I'm just a normal guy. I read the Telecommunications Act. They say they're going to listen to all your phone calls without warrants and track you down to 3 feet. So I'll tell you about it. 10 years ago, 12 years ago. Google announces they're watching you with cameras and microphones and all the computers, and all the new computers have it, and most of the old, and I mean, I'm just freaking out here. I know you think that's normal. You know me, I don't think it's normal. More of your calls straight ahead, 877-590-5525.
Jim Newcomer from